So each week in the course, I like to take a look at the problem sets just to kind of give you some guiding ideas on how you should be solving the problem sets that are within the course. So we're going to take out the problem set. I'm going to pull it up. Because this is financial information, it can be a little bit difficult for me to make up problems on the fly. So we're going to simply look at what we have here and kind of talk our way through this. So the first question is, I'm being lent $200 for a week and I'm paying a one-time 5% interest. So in a question like this, we're not looking for compound interest formulas. This is just a simple, I'm paying them back $200 plus the 5%. So let's look at something similar. Let's say that I'm going to borrow $100 from my friend at 2% interest. So that would be 100 times 0.02. That's going to tell me what I'm going to have as far as interest to pay back. And remember, we have the Web 2.0 calculator. The key here is to be sure that you're using the decimal and not the percent number. So I'm going to pay back $2, which means I'm going to pay my friend $102 back. So sometimes when we see these simple problems, we can overcomplicate them, and I think that does happen a lot. Now, as I move on, I'm having a $3,000 T-note, meaning I'm borrowing $3,000 at a 3% annual rate, paid quarterly with maturity in 5 years. So here's the thing. My time for my rate and my time for my amount are different. So I'm paid quarterly, but I have years. So I'm going to have to convert that to quarters. So if I have a 3% annual rate, the way you're going to go about getting this question correct is you're going to need to change 3% yearly to quarterly. So I'm going to take 0.03 and divide that by 4 to get my quarterly amount. Now, I'm compounding it quarterly for 5 years. So the way I convert that to quarterly is I'm multiplying the 5 times 4. So that's 20 periods that I'm compounding. So in this question, the key is really to make sure that you're converting your time to the same units. And we typically want to go with the smaller time unit when we're compounding quarterly or paying quarterly. So here, as we keep going in here, we're looking at different compound interest formulas that you've learned in your KP. Number 4 is a straightforward compound interest problem because I'm doing 1,000 for my deposit, 7% interest for 20 years, and my interest is annually. So looking at that, our compound interest formula is going to be so where your P0's going to be what you deposit, your rate is going to be as a decimal, and time is my number of years. So as we move forward in these compound interest formula, it just becomes an exercise in doing the calculator. And anytime we're looking at the total interest earned, we are looking at the simple interest formula. So if I'm asking you in number 7, how much interest will it earn? That would be P equals IRT. And once again, we have to have the same unit. So if my rate is in years, my time does have to be in years. So 9 follows suit with that. 10 follows suit with that. 10, we're working things backwards. So if I want to know I'm going to have $250 car payment, I am working that formula backwards. So I'm just plugging in 250 equals my payment formula. And the rest of these are all pretty straightforward. So this is just my little introduction video as far as your application problems go. If you have questions on specific application problems, there is a weekly question thread, so I do ask you post it there, and I'll see if I can help you guide along to the right answer. But this is just kind of to give you a rough idea of the application problems and to get you started. I know sometimes getting started in these problems can be challenging because we do look at them and they are word problems. So I wanted to get you on the right path, get you moving, and please don't hesitate to ask questions this week. as you find you may need some extra support in these application problems. You can post in the week 1 questions, I need help with number blank, or what formula do I use for number blank? So all of those are simple ways that we can help you be successful in this course. Always submit your application problem set. Always ask questions so you can earn the highest grade possible.